Hey there, Sugar Plum. Don't trust anything a leader or a founder says. You have to evaluate them based off what you think the other market participants are going to think about that information. I know it's hard to separate yourself because we live in a society that now tells you that you are the most important thing in the world. Here you are cheering, yes, me. Well, let me tell you something. The world's going to spin without you. My chair is going to squeak without you. You are not important, but you're actually very important to me. Like, subscribe, blah, blah, blah. I appreciate every single one of you. But you know what I'm talking about, friends. In the context of these markets, me and you, we're not actually important. What's important are the greater forces, the unicorns, the fairy dust, the cosmos, the cycles, Bitcoin's price. They're more important. So don't trust anything the leader or the founder says, but still listen and observe and pay very close attention. Why? Why is it like this? There's actually a very good reason. It's not because they're evil people. Not at all. It's because you're already long. You're already long with me. You can't impact the price to go up anymore. For example, here is PulseX. PulseX needs to get back to break even. It needs to rally 750%. Wow. Doesn't that suck? But you can't look at this and think, okay, someone's a liar. Someone's a truth teller. You can't look at it like that. That's not the perspective. That's what the crowd is looking at. That's why the crowd, the same people who sell the bottoms and who will go up and buy the tops later, those people think like that. So how am I going to arm you with the knowledge to go beyond that? Well, now we got to think about the game. The game is to get future buyers. Do you want the price to go up? Well, join the club. I want the price to go up too. Wow. PulseXX, Dogecoin, Chainlink, everything, even Ethereum. Doesn't matter what coin you're in. Doesn't matter. Layer 2s, layer 1s, layer 15. I don't care. They're all the same thing. There's a leader and there's a founder. The ones that are most successful. Even if you go to the coin ranking website, you can see coins are at the top for a reason. Their leaders and their founders are known. All right. And see, Litecoin, it's slipping in ranking slowly over time. Even though it's liquidity bonded to Bitcoin and had such an early first mover advantage compared to other altcoins, it's still slipping away. You need a leader and a founder, all right? Fake DeFi, Uniswap even here has so much potential. But look, it's all the same game. We're already long. If you already own it, you're already long. You can't make the price go up anymore. All we can do is sell. That's why this is how you got to evaluate it. The founder and the leader is speaking with two objectives in mind. Number one, stop existing people from selling. Whenever you see any information coming out, stop existing people from selling. Why would existing people sell? Because they're bored. All right, they're bored. Not bored as in a child, but bored as in, okay, there's no information to process about the future, and I don't know how risky it is or not. It's just like, what am I even holding this for? It's a game of constant marketing and selling, friends. That's why, a lot of people, they see my channel, they see all the growth here, they see the community come together. A lot of people constantly try to get me to make a coin. They come and tell me all the time, you should go make an altcoin. We can do it right. No. I know how the game is worked, all right? No. 99.9% are going to fail. You are constantly reminding the people who are in the game holding why they're in the game. You have to constantly do that. You're always throwing these gentle reminders, these gentle updates to keep them going. This is a game, man. It's not a one-season pump and dump. It is a freaking lifelong commitment. Every minute you are alive, you got to be thinking about this game. This is what. How do you think these coins got to the top? By fluke? No. That's how they got to the top. That's why they're at the top. How do you think Charles got Cardano to go to freaking rank 8 when they didn't even have smart contracts? Yes, it's true, by the way. They didn't even have smart contracts, Habib. How did you get it to do this? How did you go 100x? You didn't have anything on there. Because he understands the game. He understands the game, okay? So you got to stop existing people from selling. That's your first objective. But that's not enough. That's just to keep people in the game. Now, what separates the young boys from the warrior men and the warrior women, the Amazonian women, is part number 2. Okay? Because you can always feed people updates. Oh, don't sell, don't sell. This is people who do ICO pump and dump and scam exits. They always do this part, number 1. Just to let you know, everyone does this. Everybody who has a project in crypto that you're relatively familiar with their name, even like things like PUI and SEI, SEI, and all these other, instead of say, should rename themselves to soy because of all the dumping they do on their followers. All these new grifter coins that come out, Igon Layer, all these other this other trash tech, these people, they know what to do, okay? The number one thing to do is they got to get themselves listed on an exchange like Binance or whatever, but they've got to they got to convince all the market makers and everyone around not to sell. All right, so they'll throw out updates. Oh, we got this big update coming in 6 months, 12 months. People will hold out just a little bit longer for them to get out. Okay, so that's where me and you can see them, but they never do to step number 2. Step number 2 is what actually is the X factor. Step number 2 is to onboard new people by speaking about future plans. Now, I know it sounds easy. It's not actually easy, okay? Elon Musk does this. Elon Musk spoke about the Cybertruck 10 years ago, man. If you watch my previous video on it, literally crazy. All right, crazy. 10 years ago, it's still not out. He's always talking about Mars, right? Always talking about the new thing and the next thing. Oh, crypto's going to be great. You know, even in Chainlink, for example. Chainlink, okay, looks like every other chart. But Sergey, the founder, Sergey, he's always speaking about how DeFi is going to have trillions and trillions of dollars. $100 trillion is going to come in the next decade. And we're going to have trillions of dollars just flowing around the ecosystem, and Chainlink's going to capture it. He's always speaking, he's saying the right words to get them in, right? But you can't, obviously, don't look at it in the context of, oh, they're a liar or they're a truth teller. It doesn't matter, man. You got to think about, this is the game. This is the game. You can't hate the play. You got to hate the game. This is the game, man. Speculation. This is what humans respond to. On one hand, you want to burn them at the stake. On the other hand, can you blame them? This is what people are responding to. It obviously works. That's why they do it. It's not that they so magically just happen to like speak like this. They learn the game. You always got to onboard new people by speaking about future plans. This is the demand side, by the way. Okay, this is the demand side. You know, part number 1, stop existing people from selling. That's impacting supply. You're like, okay, can I just hold the supply up? But the number 2 is actually to make the price go up. That's the up pressure. That is to convince people. You have to use human psychology to convince people this is what you want to do. Don't go buy a product and consume. Don't go buy those new squeaky shoes. Don't go buy a new squeaky chair. Come and invest. Why? There's going to be trillions of dollars. You're going to be so much more better. You see this? You got to sell people the dream. This is the game of speculation, by the way. Everything in this world sells something. People sell themselves. Women sell themselves. Men sell themselves. Everybody, all right? This is just, I'm here as your messenger to convey to you the language. That's why even Elon Musk here. I won't sell my Bitcoin, Ethereum, or Doge, of course, all right? Don't forget it, all right? Leaders and founders, they know that those future plans, they are not 2 weeks or 2 months away. Sometimes their future plans that they're talking about, they could be 10 years away. But they know this, all right? But they see it as a necessary lie in order to get the price to go up, all right? They know this. They know this. If you invest on emotions alone, you will lose, okay? So Mr. Brokebed is saying, AKA, don't trust Richard, talking about Richard Hart. No, you can't look at it like that, friends. You can't, Mr. Woody Joseph, this guy's always super salty. By the way, thank you for the follow as well. This guy's like always, you're always salty, Mr. Woody. Like, I haven't seen one positive comment from you, bro, in like 3 months. One thing, you didn't wake up one day with like a Woody and you just felt like happy. It's just like always just angry at the world. Okay, look, friends. Now that I've leveled you up, I'm leveling you up. You don't look at the game and go, well, this guy's good and this guy's bad, all right? You know, have you heard of a coin called Bitcoin, right? Satoshi, all right? Satoshi disappeared, all right? He did the cardinal sin of a project. He literally freaking disappeared. He left them out in the dark. Now, you might say, oh, he needed to do that. No, don't lie. Don't lie to me. It's only because the price went up do you now look back with historical bias and say, yeah, he needed to leave, man. Of course, he needed to leave. Golly gee. Liar. Okay, you're talking about the price. I want you to think about this. If Bitcoin back in, let's say right now, our bear market, let's say Bitcoin dropped, I know this is going to shock you, but let's say it dropped actually 99.9%. Let's go all the way down. 99.9% back to $50, okay? What do you think people are going to talk about? Firstly, they're going to talk about the recent news, but what will they also talk about? When they make movies about Bitcoin and about its death, they will speak about Satoshi. They'll say, who started this thing? And they'll say, wow, he didn't even believe in it. He left. It's gone. He left. That's how much he didn't believe in it, right? Imagine it disappeared. Imagine, friends, after he left like I think in 2012, 2013. imagine after $1,150, imagine the next stop was back to 10 cents. Imagine the price went lower than when he was around, when he left. Think about this. Please be honest with yourself. If the price went down, everyone would be saying Satoshi is a freaking abandoner. He is a scum. Let's go find him. Let's go burn him at the stake. I love Satoshi. Don't you dare stay away from him. All right? It's probably a grip, by the way. So when you're looking at this, now it makes sense, right? We're just looking at the green candles. You're looking at the green candles, and me and you have like a love and an affection and devotion to this. The candles are so green. Whatever you did was the right thing. How do you know it's the right thing? He just left. Right? In fact, look, there's nothing good that comes from leaving your project that you founded, by the way. Nothing good. It was a risk, but it worked. Does this make sense now, friends? Is that a necessary lie? That's why I'm telling you. If you invest on emotions, you'll lose. So Mr. Woody Joseph, he would be seeing the red candles and he'll be saying, Richard, but if I made these candles green, what would they be saying? The people replying, my shout out to my baby dolls here, Mr. Brokeboard, he won't be saying this. He'll be saying, I think you're missing the point. I think there's something else going on here. I think the community is bigger than your thoughts and theories. That's exactly what they'd be saying. But you know what they'd be talking about. They're like, I love the green candles, friends. The green candles. It's funny, friends. We are all slaves to the candle color. I've made so many videos. That's why you like to subscribe. But not. I made so many videos to tell you how many, like countless examples of, even you think I don't catch myself saying it? I say, I'll say something and then I look at the price and I'm like, wait a minute. If this price is going up, I'd be like, this is the greatest gift to God mankind, straight away. So, you know this. Now that you've leveled up, evaluate all these. It's very interesting, friends. We just got to think about the coins that you hold. You can go buy, sell, do whatever you want, right? Bitcoin, Ethereum, every altcoin in between, all right? Just think about the force multiplier you might have in a bull market. If your leader, your founder, the community members, whatever it is, if they promote the coin that you think they're going to promote. So if people are going to be speaking about, by the way, promote just means tag the word, okay? If they just say the word, they just tag the word. Even if someone says, like for example, even when an influencer out there says, I hate Hex, they're promoting it, by the way. They put in their tweet. That's it. I saw the word from there. Thank you very much. I learned it off you, okay? So that's what you got to think about the new people coming in. So that's why I think, this is me, okay? I think, so when you see a cycle, okay, you see a cycle of people coming in and everything like starting to form, what I see is, this is me from bottom of my heart, and I hate to speak like this, but this is the truth. I see a lot of desperate people who didn't make it but in crypto, but they've heard about it for like 8 years now. I see people who are in their second, third cycle. I see people who are working as working their jobs, who are desperate to retire. I see people, millions and billions of people out there with tackling high inflation in their country because the currencies have been debased. I see everybody desperate to enter the casino. I see everybody chasing fiat because they're chasing yield, they're chasing higher returns because the cost of everything's going up. They're forced into taking higher and higher levels of risk because their money's getting zapped away. If you had $3 million, you might just put it away in like some bonds. The average person will. But if you only had like $300, you're like, well, I'm not buying my Bitcoin. You would actually try to smash it. You're like, $300, all right, what's 1,000x gem? Maybe I'll go on Friend Tech and just punt somebody. Think about this game, okay? So everybody's dollars value getting less. And unfortunately, this is going to lead to a disaster. That's what I think. Because nowhere in my mind have I ever seen or come across a scenario where millions of people come in for a casino and everyone walks out rich, okay? At the end of the day, you know what's coming. So now you've leveled up, friends. Can't believe I do this for free, but you deserve it, right? You deserve it. Look at this bear market you've gone through. You are here listening to me. Most of the other influencers, I might have to tone it down a bit, but look, most of them are trash. They're just putting bad stuff in front of our eyes. They're poisoning us. They're toxic. They're not even here when we need them, by the way. They were up here. Where are you? You're all gone. They're all gone, friends. You know what's happening, man. They're not even here anymore. When they start appearing, they're going to be our top signals. We're going to use them for the good ones, for the good nature once. The force of good's going to be out here. We're like, oh, this person's starting to stream again. They weren't streaming for the past 16 months because they couldn't make money off their poor, innocent audience. Like, subscribe, but no friends. Tell mom and dad we still love and appreciate them. Still wearing those fluffy slippers. Catch you in the next one.